The first game of the Ruben Amram era has been played, and now we get to finally sink our teeth into what the rest of this season may look like for us. Not the start that we dreamed of, or well, in the game, it was the start that we dreamed of. I mean, we scored within the first 2 minutes from really a kind of move that shows the benefits of the formation that Amram likes to play. You know, with Ahmad starting so deep, with Bruno coming in to support him deep in that space, it opened up a big gap behind the defence, and we went a goal up. But from there, I think the wider talking points is really the sort of 92 minutes that followed that goal and how we fared in that. I think that we struggled quite bad, if I'm honest. Ipswich were the better team in that game, and that is a problem. I think that whatever formation you pick, I think going away to Ipswich, you have to win. And Amram said the same, so not holding that against him. It's just a fact. And in terms of reviewing the game, the one thing that we have to say here is that drawing away at Ipswich is not good enough, and especially not good enough if we want to actually climb the table towards where I think we should be trying to finish, which is in the top 6. I'm realistic. We may not make the top 4 or even top 5 for Champions League. We may not make the top 6, but we have to make a good go of it. I think that there was some element of control in the game in the early parts of the first half and a lot of the second half where we had the ball, and the formation definitely gave players on the ball options to sort of keep it and not feel under pressure or have to kick it long. I think we tried to play out from the back a lot more, which was better, but through the midfield and in the forward positions, I think it was actually quite poor. Now, they've had 2 training days. I can't say that they should know exactly what the manager wants to do, but some of the things that are going wrong are the same as they've always been. Players don't read situations, players don't understand really how to affect the game and what you have to do to earn the kind of chances to score that you want. I think Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Højlund as well, when he came on, kind of typify this. They don't really impact the centre-backs enough and unsettle them to create a dynamic in the game that forces the opposition to drop off and you to get spaces and positions where you want the ball. I think in turn Garnacho in those spaces when he could get there wasn't quite doing it, doesn't release the ball at the right time. Again, his decision making is questionable. And Bruno had quite a good game, but was tempering what he normally does because that's what he's been told to do. Much better pass completion, much safer, not so direct, but then also not the threat that we wanted. I think that there is a ton of work for Amram to do, and I wonder if he may have realised that actually this team is not as good as he hoped it would be. The formation, I did a bit on the formation and the benefits of it, and one of the big benefits of it is that the team is much closer together, much more compact. It gives you options, it allows you to press, but the thing with that is that when you do get the ball, you are getting the ball in tighter spaces. The opposition is closer to you, and you have to be able to play quicker and neater in small spaces, and too many of our players can't do that now. Is that because they've been instructed to swing balls into channels for players to run onto for the last 2.5 years? Or is that because they can't do it? I think it's probably a bit of both. And I think that is going to be a struggle that we're going to see. I think as well with the pressing, we can go back to Ralf Rangnick. If you don't commit to the press, it's not going to work. And you can have the bodies in the right place, but if you mistime it, and we did a few times in the first half, which I think led to Ipswich kind of getting on top in the game. If you mistime your press, again, you will have players running at your defence with the ball from almost nothing. And that's, again, maybe some of the teething problems of the formation, but that is a work in progress. What's not a work in progress, I think, is the recognition of where the game is, what you need to do, and how you as an individual can actually impact this game. Too many players sort of play like they don't know what their teammates like to do or what they're going to do, and that can't really run anymore. You know, there's got to be some communication on the pitch, during the week, in training. Text each other, WhatsApp, I don't care what you do. But at some point, there's got to be some understanding of Marcus wants the ball here and he's going to run it this time, and that's how we're going to start building and being more of a goal threat. Very, very frustrating watch, kind of a nothing second half, and not really too much to say differently in terms of what's going wrong, and not that many positives to really pick from it. The main thing I'm interested in is Amorim. I'm going to do a video on some of his comments to try and look inside the mind of a man who's taken on this job here and see where we're at. But we move on to Bodo Glimt Thursday. Hopefully we can get Amorim's first win there. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.